Well, folks, good morning. Welcome. It's Thursday morning here in Ozona, Texas, and it's time for the Lions Den. Want to thank you for watching and want to say thanks to the Ozona National Bank, a proud sponsor of the Lions Den and the live streaming. Thank you so much, Quinton. We're ready for some football. Just
We're
one
ready.
Friday without football kind of made me go crazy, man.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do on a Friday night. Kids running around the house, none of us knew what was going on.
I had to put Christy with the phone up and record me while I sat there in the couch and talked about the birds outside. Well, Coach, we are back to the Lions Den. Who's your guest this Thursday morning?
Today we have Coach Esparza. He's the head cross country coach.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me. Appreciate you sending a little love to the cross country team. Super appreciate it. How's it going, fellas?
Pretty good. Yeah, we're football season. Lots of people forget about cross country season as well, right? It's cross country and football runs about the same time, and not just the cross country coach, but the announcer of the Ozona Mighty Band, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Mr. D has kind of gotten me reeled into it, and I have fun with it. I love getting up there and getting to talk about the kids. Anytime I get to talk about the kids, it's a great time, and anything that I can do for the kids is a super great opportunity. Like you said, yeah, football and cross country, they run together. We're fortunate enough to have Coach Taylor we have some boys that are running for us. We got Rigo and Nick that are both football kids that are also running cross country. We got cheerleaders that are cross country kids. We have a huge range of kids. I mean, band kids, cross country kids, football. We all mix. It's one big huge family, and like I said, it's all about Lion Nation and the Conganas as we break out with everything else. So.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed is I moved here from Del Rio, Texas. I came from a 5A school. My sophomore year, I guess it's when I started school here, and over there, if they had cross country, you never knew who those kids were because they didn't know. They didn't get with the football players. They probably didn't even go to football games. So one of the things in a small community is you get your players, a guy that's playing football, he's a quarterback, and he's playing the trumpet, and he's doing cross country, and they do it all. So, I mean, athletes, that come out of these small towns. And Quinton, you're big into track and running.
Yeah, I think cross country is awesome. I think it keeps the kids in shape and stuff like that. They made me run cross country one year, and I was like, man, I can do this. But I didn't know it was more than a mile. And so the first mile, I was way up there at front, and then
everyone's good for that first 800 first mile, especially on the guys' side where it goes up to 3 miles. In middle school, it's 2 miles, and when you move up to high school, it moves to the 3-mile race for the boys. And yeah, you get out there that first mile, and everyone's pretty comfortable, pretty confident. And then you get into mile 2, and you're in that backside of mile 3. You're getting close to that 3rd mile, and man, legs are burning, lungs are burning. And it's literally willpower just to finish the race a lot of times. So. And like you said, Ruben, coming from a small school, we're involved in everything. And not only are we involved in everything, but we support everything. So you go to Friday night football games, those cross-country kids, they all kind of sit together, and they're the loudest dudes out there. Them cheerleaders, we support the cheerleaders whenever they're doing whatever they need to. And it's just it's one of the best parts about being at a small school is you get to be a part of everything, and everybody gets to support each other. And it's just that awesome family feeling that you have from a small community.
Yeah, and I've seen that, when they made me run, I learned a lot about long distance running. And, I just used to see these people, man, they're skinny and they run, but it's hard. It's really, really, really hard race, but it keeps you in shape. And track season comes in, you're ready. I mean, other sports, not just track, but baseball and basketball, all those start coming into play, and you're already in shape. And you don't have to recondition. You're already ahead of the people in that sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. Coach Myers has come in and he's asking the basketball girls to come in and do cross country workouts. Last year we didn't even have a whole full cross country team on the girls side. We only had 4 girls that ran and made it real tough. And now this year we got 27 girls that are fighting for 7 spots. And every day it's a competition between 10, 12 girls trying to find who that number 6, number 7 is going to be. And it's just been great for the kids. It's been great for the program. On the guys' side, we have 12 guys running this year, so we have a varsity and a JV full teams, and they're competing well. We do run in Lubbock this weekend. We go to Lubbock to May Simmons, and it's invitation only. Only the top 8 schools in the region are being invited because of the Rona. It's kind of getting everybody a little bit a little bit down, if anything. So we're fortunate to have a program that has a legacy that we're able to be invited to go to Lubbock this weekend.
Yeah, one of the things I got to wake up at 5:30 every morning, and that's because I have a basketball player. Do you have to do the
Yes.
track in the morning too?
I think.
Yeah, so I got to wake up and then go pick her up, and I got to hear it. Well, today we ran the I don't know, whatever. She has she has a name for everything, and I'm like, okay. You know, and I was like, what is that? Oh, it's when we run down the road to so-and-so. Oh, okay. I said, so what is it? Oh, we got to run so many sets of something. So, yeah, that's a great thing. Coach, do you see a difference on those two kids that do cross-country? Do you see a difference with them doing cross-country in the football field? Or?
Right. I think the biggest thing is the toughness level that they have because they do both. I mean, cross-country is tough. I mean, I've always said there's not a lot of thinking to it, really, that I know of at least. But all you do is run. But that's pretty tough because not very many people like to just go and run. Not too many sane people, at least. But, when the players are having to do both, they're getting up early, doing those workouts, football practice in the afternoons. I mean, that's a lot of work, and it's hard work, and it's hard on those kids, and they do a heck of a job. And, in a game, you see where, they're not going to be as tired as another kid that doesn't do that type of stuff. I mean, that's where you see
Yeah. And that's one of the things I think you talking about the Rona. One thing that we talk about here is that we're thankful that we get to do this now, because like you said, we're going to Lubbock this weekend, and it's an invitational deal. Those are things people in the community sometimes don't know unless they're part of that cross country group. But there's fans that probably don't even know that we got invited to this deal because we're a top 8 school, so those are things that we should be proud of in our cross country team. The numbers are great.
Yes.
And these kids are, they're waking up at 5:30 to go work out. Then, like you said, they still go to school, come back out, go to football practice. Then they have whatever activities, church and other activities they have in the afternoon. They come home, do homework.
Yeah, like the cheerleaders, for example, they're up 5:30 in the morning. They go do their thing. Then they do a regular workout. The ones that are basketball kids, they're still in the gym till 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then they go to cheer from 5 to 6:30 or whatever it is, or they go to church. Or, super active kids. But again, one of those amazing things about being at a small school is the opportunity to have all those things. And yeah, you're right. A lot of times those invitational type things that when we get invited because of things like this, it's super amazing that the whole community is going to know that, hey, you know what, our cross country team's got a legacy, and because of our legacy, because of those that came before the McKenna Moseses and the Gabby Tretels and the Omeros and Romans and the Quats, those guys, they set the stage for what we're able to do, and because of their hard work and the hard work that's continuing, that legacy that's been left for them, they're able to try to live up to it and continue to work through that. And we're super young. We have only 2 seniors. Both of them are girls, and they're both running for their first time that they're running cross country. Neither of them had ran since they were in middle school. So really, we're super young. Basically, a all freshman team on our girls' side, with having those 2 be first year runners, with the exception of Izzy Flores, who's our junior. On our boys' side, we don't have a single senior. We have several freshmen that are stepping up and contributing big time right now. So it's a little bit of a rebuilding year for us, but never truly rebuilding, always reloading, and I think that's where we're at. We're going to have a great opportunity, not only this year, but in the years to come. We got great numbers at the middle school. We have like 14 girls that are running right now. We have about 14 boys that are running. So we're just going to continue to replenish and reload and continue to have that legacy and continue building on it.
And when we talk about cross-country, Coach, like I said, there's people – I didn't know about cross-country, to tell you the truth, till Mia comes around and joins or has to run because of basketball. But to our fans that don't know, how are your meets? How do what dates? Is there set, like football's on Fridays or Thursdays? I know cross-country, we've had some meets on Mondays, Wednesdays, or even Saturdays.
It changes. It really depends on when the invitation is. Different schools have it with different times. We really have to work around everybody because we have volleyball, schools that play volleyball, they play on Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays. Then we got football on Friday night. So wherever you're able to drop one in is usually where we pick one up. Like you said, we ran this past Monday in Sonora. Now we turn around on Saturday. We'll have Lubbock, and then next Saturday we'll be hosting our second one, and then we'll be hosting district on the 28th as well. So it also says a lot about not only our program but our community, that the district, we're not even the district chair for cross country, and they still want us to be the ones in charge of running the district meet. So it kind of changes. The girls race and the middle school race are always 2 miles. And then, like I said earlier, the boys race jumps up to the 3 mile 5K, depending on what course you're on. For the boys, spectators, I mean, we're probably the most wide open sport. You'll get a workout going to watch a cross country meet when you're trying to get from front to back to wherever. So if you can get to a cross country meet and watch our kids perform, you're going to get a workout running with them. And the camaraderie between cross country kids, like Coach said, it takes a little bit of crazy to do what they do. And as much competition as there is between everybody's kind of rooting for each other, especially whenever you're PRing. 30 miles down the road, we don't like them people, but when we're as soon as we get off the course, after we've beaten them, then we're cheering for them.
Yeah, so that's, pretty good deal with our cross country team. I did go watch the last, meet, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't chase around. I just waited out here till they were done. I don't have the strength, and I have a Kubota, but I guess Mia donated her Kubota for the weekend. So
yeah, and it depends on the course. Some course, like our course, it is a little unfan friendly because we do have the hills. We try to make it as close to being like May Simmons is where regionals is at. That's where we're headed this weekend. So it does have some crazy hills on it, and to our advantage, we have hills. A lot of people they don't have the opportunity or the ability to run the hills that we do. So we use that to our advantage and make our course, home field advantage, that's home course advantage whenever we're able to get on the streets that we're used to running on every day or every other day. So it puts a lot more pressure on other people. People get here and they walk over and they look up at Henderson Hill and they're like, oh man, I got to run that once. And then we're like, no, buddy, you got to run it 3 times when you come here. And they're like, ooh, our kids are just powering through, and there's kids, they get to the Laura's house and they're already walking, and our kids are just powering through and coming on. And so it works to our advantage sometimes. And then whenever you get to other courses, like whenever we ran in Sonora the other day, you really only had to take about 40 steps because they were at the golf course. So all you had to do was you could watch the beginning of the race, kind of get to an angle, see the middle of the race, and then you were back over for the end of the race. So it is different. Every race is different. It's hard to compare times because it is course to course. You get on our course, you're probably going to run anywhere from 90 seconds to about 2 minutes slower than what you would on any other course. And then we go get on a flat course like we did in Sonora, and we're running 30, 40 seconds faster than we normally do. So each course is different. Each kid's different. Being able to be a part of a program that, my wife was part of the program her whole life. Coach Maldonado was, the cross country coach forever and ever and ever. And then with us being able to have the opportunity to pick up that mantle and be able to continue on with that legacy and have the kids that we've had come through and had the opportunity to run at the next level, it's just, again, a testament to the program itself and a testament to the kids that continue to come and put in all the work every day. Waking up at 5:30 in the morning. We're leaving at 5 on Saturday to go to Lubbock. We run at 10. Girls run at 10, and then the boys run at 10:15. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. We do got some cheerleaders going Friday night that are going to go cheer and then come back, jump on the bus, and head over. Band's not going. We have like 9 band kids, so they're going to be having the night off, thank goodness. So they're not going to have to worry about going to perform and then coming back. So that's a good thing for us. Lil Rigo gonna play Friday night, and then he's gonna get on the bus, probably sleep in the field house, and then turn around and jump in the bus. But he'll get plenty of rest on the bus home and on the bus up there.
Yeah, and we're big Arrigo fans. Like I said, some of these kids have grown up with our kids. Well, we know the kids. They've been in the same grade through all these years. So yeah, we're going to root for the kids that are the same age as our kids. And so the course will be the same this next time around, next weekend, Coach. It'll be the same.
Yeah, it'll be the same. We'll start over here in front of the museum. The kids love this course. And to be honest, Roman's the one that built it. Roman and Manuel and Umberto, they're the ones that built this course. They're the ones that first time that we were talking about hosting again, because we'd gone a couple of years without hosting, and I was like, man, we got to get it back. And so Roman and Manuel and Umberto, they got in a gator, or they got in a Kubota, and they were just driving around town, and then Roman came back with an evil smirk on his face, and I was like, "What you got for me, buddy?" He's like, "We're gonna do Henderson," and I was like, "All right, I'm glad the community loves us because that's a little bit of road right there." And, the DP, or not the DPS, but our local sheriff's department, they jump in there and they're blocking off roads for us, making sure the kids are safe. The community members jump in and they're everywhere where we need to be, and make sure that kids are safe and we're able to have a safe run. We haven't had any type of injuries on our hills. We've been lucky enough that it hasn't been wet, so going up and down hills hasn't been a problem. And on the 17th next Saturday, we'll host that same one, and then this coming Tuesday we're hosting a fun run with Miss Coach Taylor. We're putting on a fun run for the elementary kids and the community if they'd like to come and join in. We're going to have a 1K for the younger kids, and then a 5K for the older kids and the adults. It's a $5 donation. We're doing a popsicle run, so you run, you compete, and you get a popsicle when you're done, so that way you don't die. We'll make sure you stay hydrated. It'll be at 6 o'clock, and we'll start in front of the football field. There's no registration papers or anything like that. All you got to do is show up, and we'll put you on the line. We'll take your money. More importantly, we'll take your money. All proceeds are going to the cross-country fund balance, so to be added into. So everything that is made goes right back to the cross-country program.
And, talking about that, Coach, Quinton, if you have questions, you got to jump in, Coach.
No, I'm just listening. I'm listening to this.
I'm thinking of all these questions that people would like to probably ask. Because, football we have, you can sell T-shirts and stuff. And, does cross-country have any other ways of can people make donations? Can people, do they have fundraisers? Or
we do have our fund, our fund balance. You can come up to the central office, or come up here to the main office, and you can say, hey, I'm donating X amount of money to the to the athletic program. Our booster club is amazing. We have one of the best booster clubs in probably the whole state of Texas. They do everything for us. At the beginning of the year, we did set up a little bit of a team shop that had T-shirts and stuff like that we did for the first time. Probably in the last, it's been a while since we've done something like that. I'm coming back in as the head coach. It's been a couple of years since I've been the head coach, so coming back in, just trying to get everything back to the way it used to be. And as far as that goes, we used to have fun runs in the summer.
Yeah.
We'd be a part of the G.I. Joe fun run. We'd help with the Knights of Columbus, and more than anything, we'd just put our kids in because we always took 4th of July off, and so that way they wouldn't have a real week off. They were all getting ready for that 4th of July fun run, and they jump in there, and it was part of helping the community and stuff like that. But Friday or next Tuesday rather, it is just for the fund balance, making sure that if we need anything that comes up unexpectedly or something like that, we're not having to rearrange monies or anything like that. We're able to just say, hey, we already got some put back, or going into next year, now we have a little bit more because we didn't use all of our budget, so we have a little bit more money to play with, maybe for shoes or socks or pullovers or something like that, to make sure that we continue to go on that way, and we're well represented whenever we show up to meetings.
And when we have our meet here, do y'all need help? If anybody's willing to.
Yeah, I was about to ask what is the thing,
whenever
Jen?
we do host, any type of donations as far as waters go, Gatorades, snacks, breakfast, food, bodies, just coming and showing up and being like, hey, Coach, I can help. Man, we got somewhere where we can put you to make sure that, when we're funneling in at the end, handing out medals, watching corners to make sure no one gets hurt or no cars are coming through as we're competing and stuff like that. If you're wanting to help out, all you got to do is show up. Race day, we'll start our racing at about 9 o'clock next Saturday. So if you'd like to help with that, just show up Saturday morning about 8:30. We'll get in a bus and we'll go put you around the course and let you know where it's at. We've been very blessed at the community. Anytime, it doesn't matter what sport it is, Ruben, as long as we've been around, anytime that the community has something to go, the community jumps in 100%. We're super blessed at the community that we live in.
Yes, we are. And those little wagons, Kubotas and stuff, if you have those and want to donate them for the weekend, I think those things helped a lot, man. The coaches are busy, and I think that thing was neat. And I know y'all need bodies. I know that at one point, even me and Christy were like telling people, hey, this is the course, back off,
We're trying to get people, everybody wants to see, like I said, it's that straight shot, and everyone wants to duck their head over, and you're like, hey, we got people trying to finish.
Yeah.
Get back. Yeah.
So,
when I first started coaching, Coach Granger had me as the get back coach, so we need a bunch of get back coaches.
Yeah.
Get off the sideline a little bit, stay off the course, so that way we have kids finishing. And bodies, we'll always take donations as far as food, water, anything like that, because whatever doesn't get used right then and there, the kids use it throughout the rest of the week, the next 2 weeks. That way we have snacks when we show up at 6:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock. We get done with the run, and the kid's like, man, Coach, I still got tutorials. Hey, make sure you grab something to eat so that way you're not hungry the rest of the day. Or whenever we travel, we got the next meet. We just put it all on the bus. The kids munch as we're headed to Mason or Sonora or Lubbock this weekend, whatever it is.
That's going to be a long drive this weekend.
It is, and I get to make it. So I'm really glad that Friday night I'm not having to go. Band's not going to be there. Michael's staying. The cheerleaders are being allowed. If they're the ones that are competing are being allowed to stay if they choose. So unfortunately, fortunately, this is going to be on, so I can sit at home.
That's
put it on
right.
the big screen
That's
in,
right.
In the new house. We're going to have a family dinner Friday night for the cross country kids, since most of them will be home. So we're going to have a dinner. We'll pull out the big screen and pull out the screen outside and put it outside and let everybody watch the game as we're carb loading with a little bit of pasta on Friday night.
Yeah,
Well,
see
that'll
that
work.
right there. Okay, so like when I do powerlifting and track, they would always get us to eat pasta. Is it just for the carbs? Is that what they try to keep
Yeah,
you?
well, most of it is mental more than anything
Okay,
else.
yeah.
I don't know how much it hurts.
Yeah.
Because I've seen kids that they'll eat, my own kid, he'd eat 17 bowls of spaghetti and then go and run, and then I could eat like a bowl of spaghetti, and if I tried to run what he even tries to do his workout with, I'd be throwing up all over the place. So I think it's a lot more mental than a lot of things. It's more about routine than anything else. You don't want to change people's routine, most of all whenever you're getting ready to compete. And most of them kind of gotten into it. Yeah, it is carb, especially if you're in that longer race.
Yeah.
Once you get towards that depletion, that lactic acid depletion, you're starting to burn into stuff. You don't want to be burning muscle. You want to have some extra stuff to be burning, and carbs burn the easiest. So that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, folks, I mean, Coach, you have any questions for cross country? Or
I've got one quick thing on the carb loading. Because one year we go to the regional track meet, and we decide we're going to carb load. We go to some Italian place in Abilene and load up, and then half the team that whole night are throwing up in the hotel. And we even had one kid that couldn't even make it to the meet the next morning. He was so sick. And the biggest thing was my dad actually came and told me, he said, none of these kids eat pasta on a regular basis. I mean, you went and really messed them up by doing that. Let them stick to the all-subs burritos and what.
yeah,
Chimichangas
yeah,
and
around
stuff.
here, that's your thing to go to. Like I told y'all before, we traveled, and my son would always be like, "Are we gonna stop at El Supas?" I said, "El Supas, son, what is that?" Well, we get the burritos. So, well, Coach, thank you so much for coming out. To all our listeners, you want to come out and help? You want to come cheer on the cross country team? We appreciate it. We thank you so much for coming out and letting us know about.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
One question I have, the last question of the morning. K means a mile, right?
No, K is 1,000 meters.
So-
one K is 1,000 meters. So that'd be equivalent to 2.5 laps. So
Man, you see, I didn't
you're
know
ready
that.
for a 1K
You know?
on Tuesday.
Because I don't think I can handle a 5K on Tuesday. I might handle a lap. What would you call that? A half a K? Well,
It'd be a half a K would be a lap in 100. So that'd be a.
oh,
500,
gotcha.
5K.
Well, that wraps up the cross country section. Thank you so much, Coach, for coming out.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having
Hopefully you stick out with us and listen to the rest of the show.
100%. I'll be.
And because we're going to talk about no football last Friday. Man, it was crazy. But we go to Center Point Friday night.
Right. That cancellation, mentally kind of messed us up. We were really prepared for that game and, ready to get to work on that. So that kind of messed us up mentally. The coaches and the kids, it threw everybody off the routine that we were already in and the momentum that we kind of had going into it. We were really excited to get district started after the big win at Brady and everything. And but we're going to be ready for Center Point. We got, once that happened, we, changed the schedule up a little bit, went into our bye week mode kind of and started getting ready for Center Point. They run flex bone offense, triple option. So it really gave us some extra days to work on that because that's always kind of a difficult offense to go against. So that was kind of a good thing there that we got to work longer on that type of offense.
That kind of offense they run kind of favors towards our defense, I guess. I mean, I'm just asking you, because we got some pretty good defensive end, pretty fast linebackers. I mean, would you say it?
A big strength of ours has been the D line right now, and our linebacking crew, and really just our front seven altogether. And so that will kind of play into their hands a little bit. They're not trying to throw the ball around, things like that. So that will help us out quite a bit, I think. I hope.
Yes, sir. It seems like, even, our secondary, they stop. It's been great all year, our defense ends. And, if they're going to run that option and stuff like that, it just seems like we have some pretty good – our team has a lot of speed, a lot of strength, and our defense line's pretty good, it seems like.
That's something we're hopeful for this week or for Friday is that our overall team speed will help us out if we do mess up or make a mistake because, little mistakes against that type of offense can lead to a pretty big play. But we're pretty confident that, we do have the overall speed where we can kind of make up for that. If they do break one on us, we feel confident that our guys can catch them and, that we may bend a little bit, but we're not going to break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I think pretty much everybody's ready for some Friday night football. I think we've been enjoying the season. This is one of the reasons too, and now the coaches in this is, I think, a great deal where we're getting to meet the cross-country coach. I need to say Coach Esparza, and it's so hard because we grew up together, and it's like, what I'm saying? But I got to say Coach. And but one of the great deals is this. And first of all, I want to say thanks to Ozona National Bank for bringing us and letting us do this. Every Thursday morning you get to watch a little recap of what happened last Friday and what's about to happen this Friday. We're not going to tell you all the secrets. We're not going to talk about everything. But once again, we're ready for Friday night football. I know we're ready. Coaches are ready. I hope the boys, they still thinking like they did last Friday. I hope that the break didn't mess with their head too much. Cross country, good luck this weekend. I'm pretty sure now you're gonna have lots of fans, and don't be surprised if we're out there one Saturday morning with the camera at the finish line, trying to make it fun, and keep our viewers, watching. So. Lots of viewers. We're getting people watching all over the United States. I was at a rodeo a few weekends ago, and the guy goes, "Hey, when's your team playing again?" I was like, "Why does that?" He goes, "I downloaded the app just to watch you, and I'm becoming a Lions fan." I was like, "Hey, that's what it's for, buddy." So lots of people watching. People you wouldn't think are watching the Ozona Lions. We got lots of fans. So I hope y'all appreciate that. I know y'all like that. And Coach, good luck. Good luck to both of y'all this weekend. And Quinton?
One thing I like about this is I think our kids get exposure. There's some people that in a small town like Ozona, they don't get much exposure to playoffs or somebody makes a huge play or something. And I think people get to see the consistency in and out of our team, they get to go the season with us and know how this person is, that person is. And I'm happy for a lot of kids. I think they get exposure. I think people get to see what they do and how they do it. They don't have to, it's not just watching film on this person. Because I know I had friends that played. One of my friends, he played Texas Tech, and the only reason he got a scholarship is because they were watching a running back, and he played defensive end, and he chased that running back down, and they wanted to know who that kid was. And that's how he's got a scholarship. And I think when you have stuff like this, our kids get more exposure in all sports, football, basketball, baseball, everything, cross-country, track. And I just think that it's real good for our kids because all over the nation, people get to see them and stuff like that.
Well, folks, I guess that does it. That's a wrap for the Lions then. Thank you once again, Ozona National Bank. And, folks, don't forget to go and do a little donation, send a little money to the running tunnel. I mean, everybody's donating. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. On the thing it says El Chapo donated for the tunnel. So y'all donate. Thank you so much, Ozona National Bank, and we'll see you next week. Catch us on Friday night, and go Lions.